Snippet Syndrome. When a song snippet sounds significantly better than the officially released full version. How many times have you ever heard a snippet of a song on the internet and it's so fire that you instantly fall in love with it? Despite the fact that it may be unfinished or previewed through iPhone speakers, you like what you hear so much that you keep replaying the low quality snippet. However, as we're about to see, this is a very dangerous game to play. The more you hammer those catchy few seconds into your ears, when the day finally comes and the song does release, it doesn't hit the same or sound as good to fans who've heard the snippet. They literally ruined the song. The OG version was perfect how it was. This phenomenon known as Snippet Syndrome has been causing tension between artists and fans for the past decade. But what exactly causes this to happen? And more importantly, how can we stop it? Hey, you hear Uzi finally dropped Kobe Rolly?
Yeah, it's pretty good, but the snippet was better.
Damn, Snippet Syndrome hit you hard, huh? According to the Urban Dictionary, Snippet Syndrome is defined as the known effect of a snippet of an unreleased song sounding much better than the official version. This is due to the low-quality audio that comes with snippets, which people's brains subconsciously fill in the gaps to make it sound better. Basically, Snippet Syndrome is when you fall in love with a snippet, but then later when the full song drops, you're disappointed. For the sake of this video, it's also important to define what a snippet actually means. Posted to an artist's social media, song snippets are a way for them to preview new music to their fans and test the waters. Typically filmed in the studio, car, or just vibing out on Instagram, artists play snippets to not only show off this new piece of art they are proud of, but to also get feedback and see if other people like it too. At the same time, a snippet can also refer to a fan's cell phone video, as you'll hear artists preview parts of new songs at their shows and clubs, such as Travis Scott or Playboi Carti, only to find out fans have already memorized all the lyrics from previous snippets and leaks. Although similar to leaked songs in a sense that fans will save and replay these unreleased tracks for hours, snippets are a little different though, because again they are posted by the artists themselves or played by someone in their team with permission. From some of the most legendary viral snippets of all time, such as Lil Uzi Vert's New Paddock and Myron, Kodak Black's CZ and Tunnel Vision, Future's Gucci Bucket Hat, Pierre Bourne IG Hose, Travis Scott's Left Cheek Right Cheek, Playboi Carti's Pissy Pamper and Cancun, and then Trippie Redd's Miss the Rage, to name a few. While some of these have gone on to release and live up to their hype, as we're about to see, others have been changed and altered since first heard in snippets, much to the disappointment of fans.
I know that they're anxious about getting the songs, but at the same time, it's in a development stage. It's like we don't go out and say, hey,
it's not ready yet.
Yeah, I want to build a house, and then tomorrow the whole thing's up. But they're taking pictures every 5 minutes of, okay, the railing's up. Hey, I got a railing.
That excitement you get hearing new music from your favorite artist can be hard to resist, especially if a snippet is super fire. However, once you're hooked, the torment that follows as you wait for the song to release can feel like forever. Which with guys like Playboi Carti, it literally is forever. While artists can't wait to let fans hear their new music, it really is a double-edged sword, as posting unfinished song snippets often causes more harm than good. Another thing that definitely causes more harm than good is when your personal data gets leaked online. But thanks to today's sponsor, Aura, we finally have a solution. Are you tired of constantly receiving spam phone calls to the point where you don't even answer your phone anymore? Like literally, this is my phone and look at the amount of spam numbers I've had to block because they won't stop calling me. But it's not just spam calls either, as today data brokers around the world are making a fortune selling your information to robocallers, spammers, and all types of people online who want to learn more about you and your family. However, Aura not only finds these data brokers who are stealing your information, but then they also handle all of the hard work to remove it at your request, providing online safety to all of your assets, identity, family, and tech across every device. You can try Aura free for 2 weeks using my link aura.com/1111. One of my favorite benefits of Aura is that they actually alert you if any of your passwords have been compromised. It's super easy to set up, and one affordable price gets you all of these amazing features: identity and credit monitoring, password manager, antivirus protection, VPN, and much more. You can either let people continue to exploit and profit off your private information, or you can go to aura.com/1111 to start your free 2-week trial today. Also linked down below in the description. Previewing a new song has the ability to generate massive amounts of hype for an artist if they do it right. However, it's very rarely done correctly. Ranging anywhere between 5 to 60 seconds, one of the biggest problems with song snippets is exactly that. They only include the best part of a song. From a marketing standpoint, this makes sense, but yet when fans go and listen to the full song, they are often extremely underwhelmed. Now made 10 times worse in a world with shrinking attention spans, thanks in large part to the rise of short-form content and apps like TikTok, say a new viral trend arises using the chorus of a song. After taking over your feed and getting stuck in your head, you give the full song a listen, only to realize that the verses are terrible. This has led to both increased amounts of Snippet Syndrome as well as also a lot of people who only listen to songs for parts they hear on TikTok.
The way nobody sang the next verse embarrassing as.
However, this problem with snippets is only intensified when an artist previews an unfinished song then goes on to make changes before releasing it. Or in many cases, they don't even touch it, but fans still think they did. Let me explain. The truth is, although many of these snippets are unmixed, unmastered, and often even demo tracks or reference recordings, after fans save and replay a snippet constantly, they fall in love and get attached to the exact way that it sounds. We as humans are creatures of habit, so as you continue to drill this certain version of a song into your ears, that becomes the specific way your brain recognizes it. Any other variation will just sound different and wrong. This is very similar to another term known in the music world as demoitis, defined as the feeling that the best version of a song is the one that you are used to and have played the most, and not being able to evaluate different renditions unbiasedly. While demoitis typically refers to musicians, the same effect occurs after we as fans replay snippets early in their development. Take Kanye West's Donda Rollout for example, where he essentially let us hear the album's evolution and creative process. To this day though, many fans still have different versions of songs saved from the 3 listening parties, because they either like them more or have played them so much that the final release tracks don't sound right.
Crazy enough, I've been hearing that there's better versions of that track. I guess he played a better version of it during the Donda listening events.
Seeing as the fact that again, most of these snippets we hear are very low quality recordings, that loud, raw, bass heavy sound can actually cause snippets to hit harder. The downside of this is once the song receives a professional mix and master with the more dynamic, well-balanced audio, or honestly the song may have already been mixed but now we get to listen on headphones instead of a shitty iPhone recording, as a result the song may sound weaker and underwhelming to those who are used to the snippet. Like the Urban Dictionary example with Lil Uzi Vert's Being Kobe when fans complain that the song Snippet hit way harder, considering it was recorded through Uzi's phone in a car with bass-heavy speakers, of course the mix is going to sound different in CD quality.
Usual like Kobe.
However, this is just one of the countless examples we've seen this happen. I love the sort of low-quality vibe that If Looks Could Kill snippet had when Destroy Lonely fan commented. It made it feel way grittier and darker. Then when the official version dropped, it sounded way too clear. Again though, let's remember that the snippet was recorded through car speakers on Instagram Live. Pierre Bourne's legendary IG host snippet with the Rainbow Road Mario Kart was the same way. And as a grail in the community for over 5 years, when the song finally dropped in 2023, fans were still not happy, claiming that the beat and mix had been changed, despite Pierre himself literally saying he never touched it. Only one that I didn't update was IG host because I didn't want to make everyone mad.
But this is what happens with Snippet Syndrome, man. You'll play it too much and you're expecting so much from like a low quality verse.
From something as little as a few new ad-libs in one different bar, or over to small production changes to the beat and mix, today these slight tweaks to songs can be enough for fans to no longer like them and choose to forever stick with the OG version. 9 times out of 10, fans get mad if an artist changes a song from how it was in the snippet. However, can you really be mad at an artist for changing what you heard was an unfinished song? Well, the most obvious solution here would be for artists to simply not post a snippet until the song is finished and until they know it will actually release. There's nothing wrong with posting short clips of your new songs to get fans hyped once they're finished and ready to go. Countless artists successfully share CD quality previews on social media as part of their album's rollout. In my opinion, the best way to navigate snippets is to just think of them as small teasers of what's to come, and really try not to get attached to them. But the problem comes when you have someone like Playboi Carti who arguably puts his fans through the worst pain and torment, especially after previewing one of the most iconic snippets ever, Pissy Pamper, on numerous occasions, despite knowing there's a 0% chance the song will ever drop.
Damn, can we just put it out? But it's a sample, so it's really the getting it cleared. It just won't get cleared.
Today it's becoming a trend for artists to include these fan favorite leaks and snippets on their deluxe projects such as Lil Uzi Vert's Eternal Take. But as we also just saw, it's impossible to please everybody.
I don't believe in sneak peeks or letting folks know what you're doing. Like, you'll see.
We've all stumbled across one of these bite-sized snippets on the internet that hook us in a matter of seconds. Thanks to the rise of short-form content and TikTok cementing snippets as a viable marketing strategy, they are not going away anytime soon. With no guarantee that you'll ever hear the full song released, it can be very tempting to save and replay these catchy clips. However, just be careful not to slide down the slippery slope of song snippets.